Good morning. Good morning. I already see our YouTube viewers in here. Good morning to everybody who is rolling in on YouTube. Y'all showing up bright and early. Y'all rolling up deep in here in YouTube. I see you, Miss Deborah Johnson. Good morning to you, Miss Marianne Jackson. Good morning, Miss Adrian. Good morning to you, Kim Emerson. Happy Hump Day, everyone. It is Wednesday, March the 6th, 2024. And you are tuning in live here at 7:25 a.m. to News in Motion. Or if you're catching the replay, whether that be in the afternoon, the evening, or near the nighttime, we just want to say thank you for tuning in. Not only are we on YouTube, but we can also be found on LinkedIn and on any audio or podcast platforms. So if you are ready for Wednesday workshop, let us know in the chat. Wednesday workshop or and wisdom. If you are ready for that, please let us know in the chat. Be sure that you grab your pen, grab a paper, invite a friend, let them know that you're tuning into News in Motion. But how is everyone doing in the middle of the week? Again, it is hump day. It is the middle of the week. It is a little rainy out here in Columbus, Ohio. So make sure that you grab a light jacket, grab the umbrella. It is going to be raining for the remainder of the day. Good morning to you, Miss Shardinia. Adrian also says smash the like button. Please smash the like button. Invite a friend. Let them know that you're tuning into News in Motion. If this is your first time tuning into News in Motion is a news media outlet with relevant commentary and call to action news. And what that means is we call to action, especially with now the election coming up. And it's important to emphasize the importance of voting, especially to our young people. So please make sure that you are staying attentive because we are going to have some voter registration information on today's show. Good morning, Miss Rodessa, tuning in through YouTube as well. And good morning, Dr. Kim Carter. She says, happy hump day, feeling great to be alive and well. Amen, amen. Well, without further delay, y'all know what we do over here. Let's get ready for some news in motion.
News in motion.
Hello. Every time I see that, I'm like, I got to change that image. I got to get Carl to change that image to give the updated time. So we will get that going. Y'all, it is Wednesday Wisdom today. Super Tuesday. Well, first off, let's say this real quick. Nikki Haley just made an announcement that her campaign that she will be making an announcement this morning that she is exiting the campaign. I'm so sad to see her go, but she did win Vermont, so I just wanted to say that. So look forward to that. That's coming up sometime today. Which, in the end, we know who's going to be the nominees. We're going to have current President Joe Biden and the former guy. How did that happen? Donald J. Trump. So they will be, not unless something shakes up. Anything can happen. The RNC convention is in July. I believe the Democratic convention is in August. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what it's going to look like. So y'all, first off, I got that out the way. Y'all, come on. I'm not into conspiracy. Y'all know that already. But Facebook, Instagram, Threads, outage on Super Tuesday. Like, how is that even possible? How did that even happen? And of course, we hear from Verge reporting Facebook, Instagram, and Threads are coming back online following an outage lasting about 2 hours. For many of us, it was longer than that. The three Meta-owned platforms stopped working for users starting right around 10 a.m. Eastern time. Some users experienced issues logging in. Now, y'all, I have to be honest with y'all. It took me the longest to get back in because I was like, okay, you're asking for my password. You're asking for verification. What's really going on? Is this real? Because people were also out there saying, Don't put in your password. So there was a lot going on with that. So they came back and said, sorry, something went wrong. Like, what? And so they go on and say that they report what they call a down detector rapidly spiked for all three platforms. They were talking about net blockers. They were talking about the WhatsApp appeared to be unaffected, but then some people said it wasn't working either. So they made an acknowledgement. Y'all, I think this is the funniest thing. They made an they acknowledged it about 10:17, saying, and I quote, "We are aware of the issues impacting Facebook and Meta." Well, no one could see it because it wasn't working. Kim Edmondson said she had no idea it was down. Good morning, Dr. Antoinette. And I also saw you, Kim Gardner. There's a few other, Yvonne Gardner, excuse me. There was a few other people. I see my brother coming in here, Lewis Pryor, Deborah Sneed. I didn't mean to skip over y'all like that. But I was like so into, I just got the alert about Nikki Haley. I wanted to tell you about her. And then Regina Shorts. I didn't want to miss any of you. Kim Carter, I think you were off when I made this announcement yesterday. I was talking about the book and some things that are coming forward in the Inspire series. I talked about how you coached me through that Inspire series, and I wanted people to know if they needed a leadership coach, an executive coach, a business coach, or whatnot, to contact you. And I think you were gone, but I wanted you to put your information in the chat. So if you don't mind, if you're able to, please put that in the chat, because we want to make sure we are highlighting and recognizing people. And the work that you've been doing, especially as my coach, has been outstanding. So I wanted people to make sure they had that information. All right, y'all. So that's what was happening with Meta and everything yesterday. So here's my question, because a lot of people, media people, during Super Tuesday, I just still think that's like really coincidence, because they had already been saying that they were going to suppress political content, and that happened on Super Tuesday. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so business people, organizers, mobilizers, media people, arts, authors, consultants, etc. You have to return to making a different type of contact with your people, because things like this is going to keep happening. Just know that. So here are just a few things to ponder. I was thinking about this myself. Diversify your communication channels. Make sure you have more than one way to communicate with your people, through text message, through your website. You know, people keep saying websites are gone. No, they're not. People need their websites. And also remember this. You don't own the followers or the people you follow, or the people who follow you on social media. So you have to find another way to grab their content, to grab their information, so that you can stay in contact with them. So diversify your communication. Update the contact information. Update that. And thank you to everyone who pre-ordered your book. And you update. Good morning, Virgie. And you updated your address. There's about 4 of you who said, oh, by the way, I don't live there anymore. So thank you for updating your address for your order form, so we can get those books out. You need to have a response plan for people who are trying to reach you. So again, text message. We have to think out of the box, y'all. Come on. They're hacking every day. And this is the year I believe we're going to see more of that because of the elections. Have some sort of social media monitoring tools. So if this is your business, this is your platform, have some tools to monitor what's going on. Be transparent and informative. Again, utilize other communication platforms. Engage your audience offline. Go to networking events, y'all. It's time for us to get back out. We got to get back. Even if you have to wear a mask, we got to get back out. So here's other ways to also engage beyond social media. And y'all, this is all news, because so many people were saying how they had a live event. They couldn't hold their event. Yeah, and I thought about that. I said, wow, we moved to YouTube right on time, right? So we have to have other ways. So y'all, email newsletters. By the way, and there's going to be some free content I'm putting in there on Friday. You have to sign up for the email if you want it. I've been very nice when you DM me and ask me to, can you send me that? You know, I'm not in your newsletter, but I saw something. I would love to have it. Sign up for the newsletter. It is free. It is free. Those of you who receive the newsletter, can you please put in the chat? What type of information you receive from that newsletter? I see you, Pastor Alex. Good morning to you. So please, you can go to GailDutley.com. A pop-up box will come up, and then put in your information. It is free. It is free. So put in your information. If you don't want to go to the website, which I don't understand why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to go to the website, you can email us. The email address is in the ticker down below. You can email us and we will add you. But it's so much simpler if you would just add yourself. Listen, Dr. Antoinette said it's free. Kim Edmondson says the newsletter is amazing. And I think it is. So anyway, do your email newsletter, sign up because we got some free content. Hold on, we're going to tell you about it in a minute. Webinars and online events. Well, those things now probably need to be moved to in person. And if you have a live component, that's fine. You can. Dr. Antoinette says the newsletter is packed with information. And it is. Marion Jackson says the newsletter is free and very informative. Y'all ain't playing. Thank y'all. And Yvonne Gardner says very informative and it's free. Y'all, the key word there is free. It is free. Also podcast, broadcasts like what I'm doing here, blogging. So like I put a lot of information on my Medium blog and you can get the blog through my website as well. Just on the homepage, scroll down the blog. You can connect to that, to the Medium. Community forums and groups, offline events, y'all. Seriously, offline events are key. Partnerships and collaborations. And then also direct mail. It's not old. It's not old. Now, I don't like getting all that junk mail, but there are still things I will pick out of the junk mail that I receive at my home or in the office mailbox and this information I want. So do not ignore direct mail. Do not ignore that. All right, y'all. So after that, Nikki Haley did win in Vermont. That was the one state she won on yesterday, Super Tuesday. But again, she's made an announcement. Her campaign has made an announcement. They say that she is going to be withdrawing, suspending her bid for the White House. I'm so upset about that. But anyway, y'all, Joe Biden won all but tied with Jason Palmer in the American Samoa's Democratic caucus. Oh, by the way, side note now, I just want y'all to see this. Other than him tying with Jason Palmer with American Samoa's Democratic caucus yesterday, I just want y'all to know something. He's blowing out the numbers everywhere. Like the Democratic primary, people are showing up. They're voting. The Republican primary, people are showing up, but not in those kind of numbers. Like the numbers in the Republican primary are extremely down. Extremely down. So y'all, please understand. They've been throwing the age thing. They've been throwing that he has mental problems. They've been throwing that he can barely move and walk and put two words together. But he is blowing out. He is blowing out. He's like smooth sailing here. So what? Yo, we have to think about what's really going on. Oh, and by the way, not knowing what he's doing, the Biden administration announced an $8 cap on most credit card late fees. We all been late at some point in time in our life. And launched a joint FTC and DOJ strike force to crack down on price gouging. Hello, somebody. Those are the things that he's doing. The former guy, again, is way ahead of Nikki Haley. I think he's short 300 delegates to clinch the nominee. But if she pulls out today, of course, he will become the nominee of the Republican Party. We have, as of this morning, right before we came on the air, Biden has secured roughly 80% of the 1,968 Democratic delegates needed to pass the threshold, and Trump has secured roughly 87% of the 1,215 Republican delegates needed in the projection. Yvonne Gardner says Biden is receiving huge, and oh yeah, thank you. That's in my notes, Yvonne. Hold on. Yeah, that is true. Never has the amount of money that has rolled into the Democratic Party under the Biden-Harris campaign, it has never been that high. Never. So y'all, they're getting the money. So I don't know what this talk is, the spin is out there in media land, but listen, they are banking. I mean, they are rolling in the dough. Okay, they're rolling in the money. So that's happening. Adrian says they use the age talking points because he has no other scandal to tell lies, and Hunter shut down the other lie. pretty much. That's just oh, you don't have to apologize, Yvonne. No, it was great. It was a perfect lead-in because that was actually my next note. So it was perfect, girlfriend. We on the same page. So all of that is happening. Yeah, we really have about 5 months. People are saying 7 months. We really have about 5 months to really get content out there, helping voters understand what's really going on. But hold on, I don't want to get there yet. I'm like ahead of myself because I'm really, really excited because this is all about wisdom Wednesday. All right, y'all, we have Adam Schiff, Democrat, California, and former baseball player Steve Garvey. They are the two top two from the primary in California. They were beating out Katie Porter. Now, that one is just sad to me because Katie Porter, she's known as the whiteboard person who she's always writing on the whiteboard. I'm like, okay, where else can we put Katie Porter? Because we don't want to lose her. So where else can she land so that she can continue the work that she's doing? But we have Adam Schiff, who's also excellent. Steve Garvey's not a bad person. You have to read into him. Steve Garvey is a Republican. Adam Schiff is the Democratic candidate. So they will be going head to head on November the 5th. We also have, they'll be replacing Dianne Feinstein, who passed away earlier this year. Then we have North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, Republican. He's a black man, but his rhetoric is very interesting. And we have him going against the state attorney general, Josh Stein, Democrat, who will face off to replace the governor, Roy Cooper, Democrat, who is at term limit. So that's happening. These things are happening. Then we have Colin Allred. Y'all remember I talked about him last year. He has now secured the space to run off against Ted Cruz. If Colin Allred wins, if he wins, he will be the first Democrat to win that statewide race in Texas in over 30 years. So that's interesting. And yeah, I have sent money to his campaign because I just the things that he's talking about, the things he has done, all of those things are important. And in the news, I think I told y'all this last year too, when she was playing these games. Kristen Sinema will not seek re-election. She will be a one-time senator. She's out of there. And they sent the message loud and clear that they did not like her shenanigans. They did not like what she was doing. And that's the power of the people. People pulled their money out. They said, we're not going to support you. Y'all remember, she kind of like went to, y'all have a fly in here. It gets warm. I don't want to get that fly out of here. But she, the whole money piece. So then she flipped and said she was going independent, and they shut her down. They stripped that money from her. She doesn't have the necessary finances to run her campaign. So that is happening. So in her announcement she said, this is not what America wants right now. Okay. Whatever you say. So there's that. So most polls projected her finishing third. She realized that real quick and said, let me get out of here. And people started taking the money back. So we have Republican Carrie Lake. We have her again, y'all. She's going to be running against Ruben Gallego, who's a Democrat there in Arizona. So pay attention to that. Y'all, New York Times has an excellent piece, and I cannot compete against them whatsoever at all. So we're going to put that link in the chat. So you have that link. It's going through right now so that you can have that, read that. And to my understanding, there's not a paywall to get to that. So you should be able to get to that information very easily. All right. I got a note that I need to tell y'all. Go back to Mark Robinson in North Carolina to give some of the language that he's been sharing. So some of the language, let me read now. I got to do speed reading to see what they're talking about. Some of the language is, he brings a laundry list of scandals to the general election. He has called homosexuality filth. He has made anti-Semitic remarks about Hollywood controlling Black people and expressed renegade views about women. He's a number one supporter of Trump. He's been stumping for Trump. He's been doing a lot for Trump. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much. So y'all need to check him out. He's running for governor. He secured that space to have to be on the ballot for November the 5th in North Carolina. Dr. Antoinette says, shorthand version for Krista Cinnamon. It's not us, it's you. Well, there's that. And Deborah Johnson says, the Friday Rundown is fantastic. It's filled with relevant information and it is free. I love y'all talking about it's free. She also says, you can use your public library card to read any publication for free. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. There are several strategies we can use when we're talking about voting. And please, please hear me out. Again, we have about 5 months. Many people are saying we have 7. No, we don't, because a lot of registration deadlines will happen before that 7th month. Now, so we have to have voter registration, voter participation, and then have the education behind that, and then the resources that come along with that. So here are several strategies that we can be effective to encourage those people who are discouraged. People are like, I'm not voting. It's already rigged. It's fixed. It's whatever. Well, we need to shut all that down. So one thing is education and awareness. We got to have education and awareness. Keep letting people know the truth, the facts. Refer them to resources and factual-based information to get them to understand and make the connection. Highlighting what's at stake. Now, seriously, y'all can call him old. Y'all can call him whatever you want to do, but the work speaks for itself. Again, I still cannot get any fact sheets. There's none available for the former guy while he was in office. None. And we have been seeking and looking. There are none. That should be a red flag. Community engagement, building a sense of community and belonging, which can be a powerful motivator. But we have to have these conversations, personal stories and testimonies. Listen, if you have a personal story, post it. Do a YouTube short about it. Do a TikTok about it. Oh, by the way, girlfriend with the 55 video series who was talking about why did I marry him, or who did I marry, or whatever the thing is called. Y'all, she secured the number one top talent agency is her representative. Girlfriend was on TikTok, all the views, all the comments. They were like, we can sign with you. And she signed with them on yesterday, y'all. Wow, that was amazing. But anyways, first, personal stories and testimonies. Sharing your personal stories and testimonies about how things have helped for you. Things that do comparison. Now that we have them both on the docket, we know they're going to be on the docket. On the ballot, comparing yourself, like what was it like from 2017 to 2020? What was it like from 2021 to where we are now? Share your personal story. Offer support and resources, empowerment and agency. Let me go back to offering support and resources. Many of you know we have a document that was at one point a portion of it was free, and then we did a combination of 2 different documents, made it online, digital, and there was a cost with that. Well, we have secured an investor who wants us to give it to you. So if you are a part of the Friday Rundown, is $25. You're getting it free. So Isaiah, if you could post that up there, all you got to do is go to the Friday Rundown, go to my website, gaildudley.com, sign up, and we have the image, the voter image that will then give to you. We will give you this resource for free. So voter registration, participation, and resources. It's a guide. It is free. $25 that you are getting for free. It's filled with all types of voter information, how to organize a focus group, how to pull things together, how to write your stories, how to do social media, how to do email marketing. Anything that has to do with get out the vote, it is in that document. Thank you, Isaiah. So you have to sign up for the Friday Rundown to get it. Do not inbox me saying, hey, can you send it to me? No. I'm not. You can go to gaildudley.com. There's a pop-up box. Fill out the box. You will automatically be subscribing to the free newsletter. It's called the Friday Rundown. It comes out every Friday, most Fridays of the year. So, offering support and resources. And again, the person is anonymous, but I just want to say thank you for that investment and for encouraging me to give that piece away in these crucial times that you want people to be empowered and educated. So, thank you. So, they paid for that. And so, we're just giving it away free, and we will give it away free until the end of March. So, it's being the Friday rundown, but we will leave it free until the end of March. So then empowerment and agency, positive messaging, and peer-to-peer outreach, all of that is a part of recruiting people. Y'all, Senator Bob Menendez, Democrat from New Jersey, and his wife faces new charges over allegations of acting as a foreign agent to Egypt. Like, say, what? What? Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I am tooting my own horn this morning because News in Motion is the bomb.com. Y'all remember, this was earlier this year as well. I came out and shared with you all the Stay Woke Act out of Florida. Y'all remember that? And we went through 3 different bills. And I keep all my notes just in case anybody call me on them. I keep all my notes. Senate Bill 1780, House Bill 757. Y'all remember these? Does this jog y'all's memory at all? And then what was the other one? Then it was Senate Bill 1086. Remember, I told y'all to pay attention because although these are 3 different bills, they pretty much say the same thing. So one gets tossed out. There's 2 more that they can put into the docket. Y'all remember that? Y'all, I just need to know y'all remember that. Can y'all just put in the chat if y'all remember that? We talked about this. And I pulled out all 3 bills and I kept digging and kept noticing these say the same thing, but they have different numbers and they're all on their state legislature. Well, y'all, the Federal Appeals Court upheld the lower court's ruling that part of the Florida anti-woke law infringes on free speech and the right of people. Y'all remember we had that conversation. Y'all remember that? It says in the quote, the government cannot favor some viewpoints over others without inviting First Amendment scrutiny. And this was the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals said in this ruling on Monday. Now, the Individual Freedom Act, which is known as the Stop Woke Act, was one of the several bills Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed in 2022 as a part of his war on work ideology. Well, y'all, the bottom line, I'm just going to break this down. So they threw that. Remember, you weren't supposed to say you privileged. You weren't supposed to say you're racist. People weren't supposed to say that, or they was going to get sued because they were saying those things. Well, a part of it was struck down in one of the bills, but there's 2 more to go. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on. We got to stay awake. We have to stay awake. This is the kind of news you get here on News in Motion. We bring it to you first. Yes, we do. All right, y'all, students. Kim Edmondson said, you called it. I did. Listen, I used to ask for people to hire me. Y'all remember that? Like, if y'all would just hire me, I can help y'all. We're going to do it right here all by ourselves because then we won't be silenced. We won't be told, well, you can't say this, but you can't say this. I can say whatever I almost cussed. Whatever I want. All right, y'all. The intelliger reporting, if I can get that out. For the first time in history, y'all, the SAT and the ACT are digital. And they also cut out an hour, the SAT. So that's happening. So for students who like, I don't want to go sit with a pen and paper, you can now do it online. It's free. It's online, not free. It's online. So I want to put that out there. Also, this is also going to be in the Friday rundown. Y'all, the Biden-Harris administration announces the application period for fall session for the White House internship program. We have it right here. Listen, in the Friday rundown, we're going to put the link for you to apply. Y'all get paid. Y'all get paid a nice sum of money. Where is it? There's some money on here. How much is this? Y'all do get paid. I don't know how much it is anymore. I think I pulled the wrong one, but y'all do get paid. You have to be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years or older before the first day of the program, and meet at least one of the 3 following criteria. Currently enrolled in an accredited undergraduate or graduate degree program, graduated from an accredited undergraduate or graduate program, or a veteran of the United States Armed Forces. Applications will open this Monday, March the 11th, and will close on Friday, April the 5th. There's so many opportunities here. I thought there was a price. There is a price. I gotta find it, but it will be in the Friday rundown. So I wanted you to have that as well. All right, y'all. Let me see what else I want to tell y'all. Y'all, Jeff Bezos, if you really care to know, he surpassed Elon Musk to become the world's richest person after he sold some of his Amazon stock and Tesla's falling share price. Just went after Musk's network. I mean, and Elon Musk isn't happy about that at all. So, y'all, those are the top headlines that I wanted to share with you today for Wednesday Wisdom. Yeah, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do, and we're here to empower you and to encourage you. So, y'all, for the inspirational message today, I want to say this: pay attention. Pay attention. I think it is our responsibility to pay attention, to pay attention. Thank you, Deborah Johnson. White House interns will make $750 a week. There you go. Thank you so much. I knew it was something like, I know I saw a price somewhere. So yes, thank you for that. I appreciate it. So pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention to the words that people are speaking. Pay attention to their actions. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention to the news cycle. Find you a trusted news source and follow that source. Seriously, people, follow the source. Follow the source. If you trust them, follow them. But pay attention. Hear the words that are coming. What's that movie? Hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Hear the words that are coming out of people's mouths. What are they really saying? Pause, reflect before you respond. It is so important. As a call to action today, I'm back on it. I was kind of just low key for the first couple of months, but I'm back on it because we know who's on the docket now. We know who's going to be on the ballot. The goal is don't wait until right before registration deadline. Start registering people to vote today. Start asking, are you a registered voter? And if they say yes and they respond, but I'm not voting, it's already fixed, it's already this, it's already that. Have some information, have facts to let people know, no, we need your vote. We need you to vote. Already people are saying they're not going to do the rest of the primaries. Don't do that. Vote in every election. Make your voice heard, make your voice and vote count. So there's early voting here already happening in Ohio. I will go vote at some point. It's like where I go is kind of like a little scary. So I may have to wait until the day of voting until they change that. But anyway, or if I go with people, but vote. And there's also other things that are on those on your ballots. Make sure you get your sample ballot from ballotpedia.org. Ballotpedia.org is a great resource that you can grab information to share, and then also share that link with other people. If you are aware of this, and I'm learning different things about my phone, it's like I didn't pay for this. I need to use it. You can take a picture of a QR code. Keep it in your photos. Have a file for voting. And if someone says, well, how can I find this information out? Some people aren't going to remember you saying go to ballotpedia.org. So just hold up your phone, let them scan that QR code, and it goes right there to their phone or to their device. So start putting in there the QR codes. We're going to add those QR codes to the Friday rundown. So then you can take a picture of them and have it on your device so that you can share with other people. Those are things we're doing, but it's so important, it's so key, y'all, for all of us to pay attention. Make sure you're paying attention. All right, y'all, that's all I have for today. So look forward to Nikki Haley's announcement. Oh, don't forget the State of the Union. I think it's tomorrow night. The State of the Union. There's been so much going on. I forgot about it. So what I will do tomorrow morning for our town hall, I will come up because I'll have it. I already have it. I have already what the transcript's going to look like and what he's going to say, his key points. Yeah, I got it because I had the press pass to get it. I have all that information. I'm going to throw up questions, things that we should look for when we tune into the State of the Union. So please pay attention to that as well if you're interested. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I am Gail Dudley, your host of News in Motion. Y'all know what I say. Y'all stay well and remember to make Bold moves. We're out.
News in motion.